Okay, I thought I'd do a quick rig rundown on my drum set. A lot of folks watching the videos might be wondering, what's up with my drums? They look kind of peculiar. So let me go over everything with you here. This is a Pearl Masters Mahogany MHX drum set. It's a 9-piece, 4 toms up, 2 floor toms down, bass, snare, and then a gong drum. Now, the reason the bass drum is on the wrong side, for me, a right-footed player, is because I wanted to put my toms low and flat, a la Bill Bruford. If you look at his last Earthworks kit, you'll see those drums, those toms are low and flat, about even with his snare. So I couldn't do that with that 12x9 drum and keep all these toms together. I'm trying to fit as many drums in as small a footprint as possible. So that 12-inch would not have fit flat above this drum. So I'll show you the mechanics of how I've got it set up here in a minute. But this Gibraltar rack is holding all 4 high toms, the hi-hats, which are dead center, and then those cymbals. And this other rack is holding a ride cymbal, got 2 curved arms for the 16-inch pang and the 18-inch crash over there. Now the Gong Drum, it's an 18-inch bass drum. I took the bottom hardware off and left the tom holder on it. Put a tom arm in upside down, plug that into the rack, and it puts the drum exactly where it needs to be. I would not do that with the larger drum, though. I don't want to rip the wood, but it's not that heavy a drum. So I'm going to show you kind of the setup here from the player side. And I try to keep my cymbals all about the same height, kind of flat. You'll see the toms, when I say they're flat, they're pretty flat. And again, I had to move that bass drum to achieve that. So here's what we got. We've got 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16-inch toms, and it's an 18-inch bass drum now being used as a gong drum. Since they did not make a 6-inch MHX Masters, I had to get a brand new Pearl Philharmonic 6x8 double-headed concert tom. It's a 6-ply African mahogany, and the rest of these are 4-ply African mahogany with the 6-inch maple reinforcement rings in them. But you're going to see that there's not a lot of room. I don't have to reach a lot. And having the drums at that angle allows me to not do rim shots, but lay more stick, lay more shoulder into those if I want to really, really get some volume and make those drums speak. Very easy to do. I just love the richness of these drums, so much better than birch and maple. Longtime birch player, though. Let me go over the cymbals with you. Use mostly Zildjian A Custom Rezos. That's a 16-inch crash. 17-inch crash with a crack in it. That's how I bought it. 16-inch pang, an 18-inch Rezo crash, 21-inch Rezo ride, 14-inch Rezo hi-hats, and this is regular Venus Zildjian medium thin crash, 16-inch. I've got 9-inch Oriental Splash Trash or Trash Splash and a 12-inch Oriental China Trash. Great little fun cymbals, and you'll see I hit them all the time. Now, the mechanics of how I'm playing that left-footed bass drum, I'm using a lefty double pedal. So that slave pedal right there is what I use my main foot, and I do not notice any difference. It plays just like a regular bass drum, how the pedal was set up out of the box. Don't have to dial it in anymore. And then there's the left pedal. Should I need to play doubles, my left foot will play right into the drum. And then there's my Pearl Redline remote hi-hat pedal over there. The hi-hat lines up nice center here. Again, it's not too high. I don't have to reach too much, but I can't sit too much further back. I do shift my drum throne up a little bit more when I want to play the ringy part of the snare. I like playing up in here a lot more than I do in the center. But sometimes I'll want the full range of the drum. I'll slide back. So reaching everything. It's just I've got my boundaries, but this set fits me really well. And I will be doing a video on all the different drum sets I have owned, but for now, this one's a keeper. Another advantage, by the way, of having the center hi-hat and moving that bass drum is that not having a bass drum there allows me to move my floor toms up. So I've got my first floor tom where a lot of people might have a 13 or 14-inch tom mounted. So when I want to hit my low floor tom, it's just like right over to the side here. I don't have to twist too much. It's pretty easy to reach. And that gong drum, it's hard to play with both hands sometimes, but that's the only one I really have to lean out for. But other than that, this is just a joy to play. It sounds wonderful, and it gives me a wide range of setups too. Should I want to play a small club, just a bass and a snare, I've got 2 bass drums to choose from. I'll play 4-piece, 5-piece, 6-piece, whatever I want. But any chance I get, I'm going to play this whole kit out. I got a lot into a small footprint. That's a 5x7 rug underneath it. And pretty much everything's on that rug. I do stick out a little bit. The cymbals on either side and that gong drum. But the footprint is on it, so I've got probably a 6x9 footprint, to be honest. Not bad for a kit of this size. Now, I need to get some Velcro strips to replace the tape that's marking everything. So that's going to allow for quick setup. Just roll out the carpet with those industrial Velcro strips on it. Put everything together, place them where they always go. And I've got memory locks on all my arms, cymbal arms, and tom arms. So it's going to be a snap to put everything together on the gig. It's a lot to haul around, but as long as I can draw a breath, this is a kit I'm going to be taking with me any chance I get. But if you have any questions or comments, feel free to comment below. Thanks.